welcome back to another episode of Scrap Mechanic, where we look at all the fancy and awesome things that we can do in this game. So right now, I am sitting on the John next to my bed. Yes, they have added in toilets and mattresses. I think they're absolutely amazing. They also added in the arrow sign and a couple of potted plants here. This cactus, another cactus, and a blue flower. Let's take a look at what this blue flower looks like. It's very cute. It looks like I would use that in some decorations for my house. All right. So I do want to take a second here, though. Let's grab the toilet seat again because I don't like the toilet seat, and I think I'm gonna use the toilet seat from now on. Okay. But first off, I want to say, guys, thank you so much for all the support on the videos and all the extra subscribers that I've gotten recently. It's been amazing. The channel's blowing up. Getting super excited. Hope you guys are just as excited as I am. So I hope you guys are enjoying the scrap mechanic stuff and the other videos that are on the channel. So I have been getting a couple of comments recently and a couple of requests saying builds, teach you guys how to do some simple flights. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing here today. So we are going to be doing that, and we're going to do something that looks relatively nice. So we're going to grab some ducts, some air ducts. Now, I like building with the air ducts, by the way. So a little tangent here, because they're lightweight, as you guys can see right there under the underwear, underwear it says duct long, right? So it says lightweight there. So all the the air duct stuff is lightweight, but it also looks good too because it's a nice silver finish, rather than just using some wood or barrier blocks, which are also lightweight as well. Alright, so we're going to start off, let's just go ahead and get a platform that we can work with real quick. Let's get a nice 16 by 16. Let's just do it. Okay. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to use this thing as our, thing. Okay, we're going to use it as like a building platform. So we're just going to build a nice little thing here. Let's jump back over here. Let's jump on this side. Actually, I don't want to make it the 16 because that would be just making it too big. So let's do how big is the seat? I forget. I think it's 4 wide. Yeah, it is 4 wide. Okay, so let's do 6 wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we'll come down here as well, and then we'll fill this all in like this with some air ducts. Now, the only thing that's bad about using this stuff is that they're all individual pieces. So like if you mess up, you have to do that the hold right click to delete it button. But I mean, it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. So let's go ahead and slap. Oh, you know what? I wonder, can you hook up like a thruster with a button? Let's hook the thruster up to the button, and then can you hook? Oh, you could totally sit on your toilet seat. This is amazing. Okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm sold. I'm done. Are you guys sold? I'm sold. I'm using a toilet seat. Screw the driver's seat. Nah, we need the driver's seat though, because we're gonna be doing some other stuff as well. Because we need to be able to turn left and right and stuff too. So, let's see. Let's place that about there. Does that look even to you guys? I think it looks even, right? So that's 1 block there and 1 block there. Yeah, I think it's just the graphics are slightly different, but like on the front and the back, but I think that's dead center, right? Yeah, that looks good to me. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut off all this excess over here because we don't need that anymore. Let's go ahead and remove it from the lift and then reattach it back to the lift because we're going to need to be able to get underneath it. All right. So what I'm going to do here is, so this is just simple flight, so you guys can like build something to fly from like point A to point B relatively quickly. So I'm just going to go ahead and slap 4 thrusters on here. And the reason why I'm doing that is to keep it balanced in the front and the back and on the sides as well. So I don't want to have any side balance or any problems with that. All right. So, you know what? We're probably going to need this to be a little bit bigger. Let's do this. Let's remove this. Let's make this a little bit bigger. And oh yeah, we got to remove this wood from the bottom down here. Why didn't you guys stop me? Okay, let's do, let's see, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's 8 long. Here, let's get on top of it so we can count easier this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, cool. So that's 8. We'll just go ahead and do an 8 by 8. So if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's right. I'm not turning it the correct way. Okay. So it's 8 times 2, so that's 16. Oh, yeah, that is 16. Okay, so I guess we do need to go out this full 16, which kind of stinks because I didn't want to make it that big. Let's see if we can actually try to figure something out here. All right. Well, I guess we'll just have to do it that way. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right. I'm going to fill this in. I'll be right back. All right. I got it all filled in. So we have a 16 by 16 here, and I'm counting that by individual blocks here. So this is one block. So if we were to be on top of it, let's do up here. So so you guys know the dimensions here. So 16 by 16, so you can draw a maximum of 16 by 16. And there you go. It's exactly 16, 16. So you guys can build along with me. All right. So what we're doing here is we're gonna raise it up, and we're gonna slap a thruster on each one of these corners here. And again, like I was saying before, this is just gonna keep the balance in the front and in the back and on the sides as well. All right, so we're just gonna leave those thrusters just like that for now. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna grab our seat. Let's do our seat. Okay, it's a little glary, but let's see. We want to try and get this as centered as possible. I think that's gonna be it right there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side. Okay, cool. And then we got 1, 2. Let's get this off of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Okay, so we're making sure that the seat is in the center so we're not off balance. And now what we're going to do is we're going to grab a bearing. And we have a sensor on us already. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back here, like relatively behind the seat. And we're going to place one of these straight up and down like that. Now we're going to place a bearing on that. And then we're going to place another one on the front of that. Now we're going to take some sensors, and I'll explain what this is here in just a second. So we're going to place the sensor there, and we're going to place the sensor there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to place some extra blocks right here, and that'll make sure that those guys don't get activated by anything else. All right? So what we're going to do is we're going to hook up this bearing to the driver's seat, so when we turn right and left, here, let's do this. Let's remove the lift. Whoops. Forgot those thrusters were still underground. All right, so when we turn right and left, we turn right. You see like the little block of there moves to the right and blocks that sensor. Now we would turn to the left, it'll block that sensor. Perfect, okay. So this is gonna be our turning mechanism here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here. Okay, let's see. So we gotta do this right. All right, so what we wanna do is right about here. Let's do it right here in front of the seat. And then right here behind the seat. Oh, can we do this? Oh, we're going to move this one closer to make sure it's even on both sides. We'll place that there. And we're going to place that there. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and remove these for now. And we're going to place this just like that. This should actually work by blocking that already. So we're not going to worry about any of that stuff as well. So I think we're okay. Now we're going to take some thrusters, and we're going to place one facing that direction, and then one facing that direction, and then again on this side, doing the same thing. Place in that direction, place in that direction. So I've just attached these to these boards here, and this is going to be our turning mechanism for our flight. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to turn down these thrusters to 2. Because we don't want too much spin. We just want enough spin to get us where we're going. Okay. Now here comes the slightly tricky part, okay? So if we want to turn right, okay, so this is the sensor that's gonna pop, so we're gonna use this sensor over here. Now if we want to turn right, we're gonna need to turn the front that way to the right and the back to the left. So that'll give us a perfect spin. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this thruster, hook up to this sensor, and then of course the opposite thruster to that sensor. So if we're turning right, see how we're turning right, just like that. Perfect. And it's kind of slow, so it's perfect. So it's not spinning out of control. So we might be able to jump it up to 3 on these. Let's actually just take a look at what 3 is in comparison. So it's not, yeah, I think 3 will be perfect. Let's do that. Let's try 3. Okay. Now we're going to hook up the sensor, the other side, to the opposite sensors now, and then we should be able to turn right and turn left. There we go. Awesome. Now, For the remaining thrusters, we're going to do these guys. So this is going to be our upward thruster. And we're just going to basically hook up all 4 of these guys to our driver's seat. So this should always give us lift, right? And I'm not sure, what are these defaults set on? 4. Okay, let's take a look and see what 4 is. Okay, 4 seems a little too powerful, so let's drop it down to 3. And set this one to 3 as well, and this last one over here to 3. Okay, cool. So this should be good. Oh, it's not even close to being enough. Okay, that's good though. What we'll do is we'll do this. Do we want to put a thruster in the center? So that's pretty much the center, right? Yeah, that is the center. Almost. Not quite. Okay, we don't need to do that. Let's just bump these back up to 4, and we'll say it done. Because we're going to add a little bit more stuff on the ship here, so we can we'll be able to take off. All right. So now we need to worry about counterbalancing, because there's nothing really on this thing, and it looks like it might be heavy, but it's really, really light. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this right here, and we're going to mimic it on the opposite side. Now, as you can see, it's kind of offset to the left a little bit because it's an odd number on an even platform. So what we're going to do is we're going to offset it on the same side over here. And all we're going to do is we're just going to build it. So we're on the left side. Yep, on the left side. Okay. We're just going to build it. We're not going to activate it or hook it up to anything. We're just going to build it. Okay, and that should be the same thing. Okay, perfect. And then we'll make sure that these are also the same on the front and back. Now, balance is very, very important. So while you guys are doing this, you guys want to make sure that you guys are balancing this stuff out. Now, you don't necessarily have to use the exact same stuff. Now, sensors are lightweight, and these ducts are lightweight. So technically what we could do is, instead of doing that, we could do this, right? And it will be the exact same weight as this in the back, but you know, it's cool. We'll do it just like the other stuff. So let's grab this, and we'll place that back down. And we'll do the exact same thing just to make sure that the weight is exactly the same, so we're not worried about any problems at all. Okay, so everything should be perfectly weighted out now, and we should be able to take off completely flat, as you guys can see. So we're going straight up with no worries about turning to the sides or anything. Okay, now what we need to do is figure out our forward momentum. Okay, so it's really particular to the way you do this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to try to keep it to the center of the aircraft as close as possible, because this will prevent spin and lift in the front and lift in the back. So I'm trying to place these in the center, and I think this is the center. Not entirely sure, but we need to remove these. Oh, that's not going to work. These have to actually be attached to something in this direction. Okay, so what we might need to do is place that there and that there. That'll keep this balanced. Okay. Yeah, and that 4 is working out really well. I like this power on the 4. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to hook up these forward thrusters to the seat. Whoa. Yeah, see how like we were going flat and now we're going too far forward? That's because our thrusters are causing that. These forward thrusters are causing that. So I'm just going to lower them down to 2, and let's see how that works out. Okay, it's not as bad anymore, but we're still getting forward. Let's drop it all the way down to 1. Let's check out that. Okay, we're still dipping too far forward. Now what we can do is, so when you're looking at it this way, okay, so when you're building your flight or your aircraft, we're gonna call it a car. Okay, so when you're building your car, so you want to make sure it's balanced. Okay, so everything is balanced, right, in weight. So now we need to counteract the torque, so that the weight there, the rotation that's coming from the torque. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just add weight now to counter that. So if we're leaning forward, we need to add weight in the back. So let's add weight in the back. So I'm not sure exactly how much weight we're going to need to add in the back, but what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we balance it evenly. So we're just going to start out small here. Okay, looks like we still need some more, and I'm just checking by going up. All right. And I think that's good. Yep, there we go. And there you have it. So now we have a stable flight. Very simple, nice and flat. Let's come on down here. Come in for a landing real quick. Very smooth. Awesome. All right. Now let's go ahead and take it up, and let's go ahead and turn. Ooh, it's causing a little bit of a dip here. Okay, so what we might need to do now is, so the sideways thrusters are causing too much torque. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and drop this down all the way down to 1 because we don't want to cause too much torque. Now, it should be perfectly fine. It should keep itself pretty much balanced. Let's go ahead and turn right. There we go. It's not that bad. Let's go ahead and come down. So we're still pretty flat. Still got a little bit there in the front. And that's kind of the reason why I was doing the thruster in the front and the back, is to prevent the torque from happening. So it was force coming from both sides to try to keep the weight to the center of the car or the aircraft here. But yeah, this should pretty much get you where you want to go. I mean, you're slightly tilted forward. Over time, you'll eventually tilt all the way over, I suppose. This is about as simple as you can get. But if you did want to continue to counteract that, I would add very, 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 very tiny amount of weight here in the back. So let's do that. Let's add just the tiniest amount of weight to the back here. And I'm going to add it right here. So we've got a little bit of a lift. So we've got a little bit, yeah, so we've got a little bit of a drag in the back, right? But as we go forward, as we turn, it should counteract that. Ooh, it counteracted it a lot. Whee! All right, cool. So this is about as simple flight as you can get, really. If you want to keep like complete balance without any extra controls. Now I know a lot of other YouTubers are building contraptions that have like, you know, your entire hotbar is filled with buttons, right? But who wants to deal with that? Now the reason why I'm tilted is because I took off from a slanted position as well. Ooh, I think we're actually off weight. I think we're off balance a little bit. I'm not sure exactly what's causing the off balance there, but seems like everything else is fine though. Seems like everything is good to go. Now, again, if you wanted to add more stuff to this, or take this design right here, you're more than welcome to use it, and to build for yourself. And if you wanted to add anything to that, what you could do is, here. Oh, you know what? This is what's causing this thing is free spinning. That's what's causing the change in weight. There we go. But if you guys wanted to build this and just add a little bit of something else to create a design to it or something, you guys can do that. So if you wanted to add more weight, just make sure when you go to add more thrusters, you know, just add them here and here and here and here. All right. So again, so like these four, this is just 8 blocks really. So this is all this is just, you know, or 4 blocks of wood here. It's pretty much what it is, and this is 4 blocks of wood. So all I did was add 8 total blocks to counteract the torque from the forward momentum on the thrusters, and we're perfectly flat. And that's going to be depending on really on how much thrust you want. So if we wanted to, so we could set this up to 4 for the forward because we wanted to go really, really fast forward. Let's see what this would do. All right. So what we would need to do is add a ton of weight in the back to counteract that. So what we could do is we go metal. So this is heavyweight. And we're just going to remove, let's remove this. And let's do a full line back here. Let's do that. Let's do two rows. Bam, there we go. So let's see what this looks like now. Oh, now it's too heavy to take off. All right, let's remove 1 row off the top of this. Let's take a look now. There we go. It's still actually a little bit too heavy in the back. That's actually kind of crazy. Let's remove, again, make sure when you're removing things, you're moving them balanced from both sides. And there we go. There you have it. Now we're going really, really fast forward, and we're not going up as high anymore because the thrusters are, you know, they're obviously pushing on more weight. But there you go. There's simple flight, and you guys can work out some landing gear as well. Oh, that's right. I forgot I added all these extra thrusters as well, so I should probably remove these. So now let's take a look and see what this does. Oh yeah. Definitely too much weight in the back. I honestly thought it would cause a lot more torque than that. Oop. Little bit more. Oh yeah, we're trucking now. Look at this, guys. We're flying. Oh, no. We're gonna crash. Look at that guy. He's screaming. He's holding on for dear life. We're in a spin. Now I'm gonna let go of both of them. Oh dang, we hit a wall. I was gonna let go of both of them and see if we would just continue to spin out of control. Let's do that. Here we go. I'm gonna let go of both of them. Yep, momentum is carrying us. Don't worry, dude. We're gonna try to go in for a safe landing. Almost. Oh. Wait. We did it. Perfect landing, as always. Alright, but that is going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys get to use this in something that you guys get to build. But I know it's a little bit sort of kind of complicated, but it's pretty simple for, you know, if you want to just throw something together really quick to get from point A to point B. Also, as a quick side, I guess I should say, if you wanted to use a different type of spinning or turning mechanism, it's a little bit harder to deal with, but if you really needed something really quick, what you could do is you could place a bearing like this on the bottom, and then attach a block to that, and then attach a thruster to that, and then you could attach this portion here. Here, let's draw this out a bit. You put your driver's seat down, and then you can hook up this bearing right here. So what you would do is you would turn like this. But what it does is actually, like, it causes a lot more torque than you would imagine, and it's really hard to kind of control that. So if you guys wanted to use that, you could, but just know it would be like a very temporary thing. This is more of like a permanent design that you guys can turn and use with. So realistically, you could just kind of build a frame around this, and then you'd be kind of good to go. But yep, this has been hell. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that like button. Subscribe for more awesome videos, and I'll catch you later. Oh, hit the wall.